Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, going to be Cure versus Solar here on Babylon. This replay is from Wardy. He's an excellent caster who does his own tournaments. He's got a YouTube channel. He has a Twitch channel. He casts professionally for ESL. Check him out in the links in the description. Top left, we've got Cure, GSL champion, Cure, and Solar. Top 10 player on a Ligielac and the 5th ranked Zerg player in the world here today. Just behind the 4 queens, Raynor, Serral, Dark, and Rogue. Solar gets to, I don't know, the round of 8 in most mirror tournaments, but he can't get past that. But I don't know, maybe 2023 is his year. 16, 18, 17 timing here for Solar from Onside Gaming. Cure is going command center first here on Babylon. Again, hard to punish by Zerg players. Terror the Overlord moving out. He does not know it's a command center first play here from Cure. Merch at falconpaladin.store. We got Terror the Overlord merch. We've got Steve, the SCV merch. Hard working as always. We ship anywhere in the world except for North Korea. And yeah, falconpaladin.store. Just checking for proxies. Is this Overlord? No big deal. Oh, 2 racks opening after command center first play with gas. All right. Is this going to be Reapers? Is it going to be Reapers Cure? Master Reapers inspired by Beyond? Anyway. Hope you're having a good time. Things are happy here at the Falcon Paladin household. The kids have the day off of school tomorrow, so we had some fun times tonight playing some video games and got some burritos from a local chain place, Cafe Rio. I don't know if you have any. I don't know where those are. Are those only in Utah? I think they might just be in Utah, just kind of the local Salt Lake Valley, Utah County Valley. But anyway, it is 1 Reaper coming in. And then going for a reactor on the second Reaper, or second barracks, a reactor on a Reaper. Interesting stuff. So this Reaper's name is Kelsier, the Survivor. Oh, I love Kelsier. What a fun character, man. He is specifically from Mistborn, Brandon Sanderson trilogy. He's an awesome character in that. And then he's kind of showing up in the Stormlight Archive, which I think is interesting. He's not specifically, I don't think anyone has said the name Kelsier in the Stormlight Archive, but in the latest book, there are some hints that he's around, which is nuts to me. Like what Sanderson is doing with the Stormlight Archive and his interconnected Cosmere, it's his version of the MCU, basically. It's a whole universe of connected stories and peoples and magic systems and stuff. Anyway, I should do the backstory for Kelsier real quick. So this is Kelsier. Somehow got to this part of the Cosmere. There you go. He's not even in a Reaper suit. He's just using his allomantic abilities to float, jump up ledges, and shoot coins at enemies. Yeah. If you haven't read Mistborn, I really recommend it. It's a pretty darn good entry into Sanderson's writing style and his hard magic systems. If you've ever looked at Harry Potter and been like, okay, so how exactly does magic work in Harry Potter? And are they just basically shooting magic guns at each other? And, like, there's nothing... Oh, get out of there, Kelsier. There's nothing consistent going on here. Thumbs up. Correct. That is a soft magic system. There are no hard rules, but Sanderson has hard rules. Right? So, I mean, I don't want to spoil anything, but let's just say there are certain rules you have to follow if you want to be a magic user. And if you break those rules, bam, you're in trouble, right? So, Reaper comes home, has 0 kills because Solar's an excellent Zerg player, got his 3rd base, got his creep spread, got his queen count up, just in case Hellions arrive, but this is not Hellions. This is going to be a pretty standard, yeah, little double medevac. Yep, double medevac, bunch of Marines, got stim timing here. Tough to deal with. Honestly tough to deal with. I've died to this a bunch of times where I'm like, I'm macroing so hard, things are great. I'm keeping an eye on the front door of the Terran player to see if Hellions are coming, and nothing shows up. And then a drop just goes plop, drops on my main base, and I'm like, oh, I've got 12 lings. They don't have any they don't have armor upgrades or attack upgrades. I'm dead. Just like blah, gross. So, you know, try to get a bunch of lings out. Try to get an armor upgrade on those guys to deal with this kind of stuff. Try to have overlords out too, right, to see when drops are coming. I mean, this isn't actually a drop. This is a regular old 5-minute attack. It's early. It's earlier than the 6 to 7 minute attacks usually are. So I think you're trying to catch Solar off guard here. Yeah, this is a good game from Morty. Again, check him out. If you're a YouTube person, which you probably are because you're here, check him out. YouTube link in the description. If you want to follow him on Twitch too, you can do that. I think a lot of his tournaments are held on Twitch, obviously. It's a better place for that format. Roaches on the way from Solar, trying to deal with this Marine opening. Roaches do pretty well against Marines up until there's a million of them, and they have Stim, and they have 2-2 or 3-3. Then the Roaches just kind of die. But early on, Roaches have that armor, and if the Marines don't have good upgrades yet, then the Roaches can survive a bunch of hits and deal a bunch of acid damage to these guys too. Oh, quick Widow Mine out here from Cure as well. I like it. All right. No, Kelsier at the front. Kelsier dies, but the remaining Marines are here stimming forward, trying to focus down Queen's Transfuse is good. Transfuse on a Roach there as well, and then a pick up, get out. Widowmine gets some kills, but then gets picked off as well. Yeah, trying to drop inside the main, but there's Roach, Ling, Spore Crawler, Creep spreading to the edges of the base for easier defense against just this sort of thing. Looking good. Looking really good. What do we got? Barracks, 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 baby. All sorts of barracks here today. Marines do pretty well against Queens up until that transfuse energy. Well, they do better when the transfuse energy wears off, I guess is what I'm saying. But as they're attacking, they're draining HP really fast off of those Queens. Transfuse energy goes away, and you kill one Queen, and suddenly it snowballs. The Queens are gone, and the Marines are like, yes, let's go. That is the time to move out. Infestation Pit on the way. Third base landing from Cure now at 6:45. So fast second base. Not a super fast third, though. Hydralisk Den coming in. Probably going to be for Hydraling Bane. Probably for some Lurkers, too. Very popular in this matchup these days, obviously. And yeah, Cure trying to poke in is like, okay, that is too many Queens. That is too many Roaches. Do you think he left anything inside the main base? Yeah, he's got a group of Lings down here. No upgrades on them. No attack, no armor, but enough of them in the place that the drop unloads can actually do pretty well, even if they don't have +1/+1. Or just one of the +1s, right? Right, and that's another trick. It's just keeping your eye on the minimap. So when the unload position comes, you got Lings ready to go. They're killing Marines one at a time as they come out of the minivac, and that is terrible for the Terran player. So Roach Ravager here. Corrosive Bile dodged very easily because when's the last time Corrosive Biles hit a Marine in a professional game of StarCraft? I don't know. Solar's getting a fourth base up the right side. We got two different distinct groups here from Solar. Okay. Creep spread in just to help with the speed and the kiting speed and the running away speed and the attacking speed. Speed is excellent in RTS games. Anything that gives your enemies a speed decrease or you a speed increase is excellent. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, Lurker Den in 8 minutes. Love this from Solar. Pretty quick stuff from our dude. I recently got 5,000 subscribers. Pretty happy about that. We're going to try to get up to 6,000 here. I've been casting StarCraft 2 since 2015, back in the day. My previous channel, just youtube.com/Falcon Paladin, got up to about 50,000 subs, and then Brood War kind of took over. I started casting Brood War, and the view count just went nuts for Brood War, and StarCraft 2 casts were struggling, and I was like, well, maybe they're just struggling. I don't know how the algorithm works for YouTube. I was like, maybe they're struggling in relation to what's going on with the Brood War stuff. Brood War videos get more views, and so the StarCraft 2 ones aren't referred as much. I don't know. So I started a new channel for StarCraft 2 videos, and I think it's been going pretty well. I'm having a good time with it. It's kind of nice just for one place for all the StarCraft 2 stuff. Yeah, Cure's got two distinct armies here, and I will tell you, my Brood War fans have this impression that StarCraft 2 is just giant blob army versus giant blob army. But that is inaccurate, man. There are different groups all over the map at different places at different times, especially in ZVT. I guess I understand that ZVP can sometimes feel a little bit blobby. Ah, and a Liberator attack up here too. See, there's harass going on. Wow, there's pushes at the front. Liberator's got 4 total kills. What just killed more drones? Is there another Liberator somewhere? Oh, there's another Liberator somewhere, and it's getting smashed by a Spore. But it's gonna get out of there, dude. Liberator harass. It is hard to see those guys on the edge of the map. And big attack coming in from Cure. Lurkers. Big, scary. Siege tank fire can clear them out, though. Did this try to come back in. And yeah, I think the Liberator tried to come back in, but it looks like an Abduct might have gotten it into the range of those Queens for it to die. Adaptive Talons coming in. Seismic Spines already done. 1-1 done. 2-2 is on the way for the Marines here. And the 5th base on the way from Solar. 4th base from Cure. Not actually a planetary, surprisingly. And their Lings get into the 4th base and try to kill some of these SCVs, but the responding army is fast enough and they chase those Lings right away. Yeah, army right side, army left side. Nidus Network and Lurkers. This is how Raynor popularized the Lurker in this matchup, is with the Nidus. We don't see it all the time in conjunction with Lurkers in 2023, but definitely pretty viable. You show up, you Nidus the enemy main base, you dump like 8 Lurkers out into their production facilities, and suddenly these barracks have to lift off, and it really slows the player down. And these Roaches are trying to get some value before they lose all of it. This group standing, holding, no Banelings, no splash damage. Where are the Lurkers? No Baneling. Okay, no Baneling today. Baneling Nest is coming in here. The Lurkers are going to burrow in. Parasitic Bomb on the Medivacs, and that's a pickup, and that's a boost out, and then you try to drop in over here. Small Roach attack does have to clear out some supply over there. Solar wants supply for Hydras, not Roaches at this part of the game. That's what he's working on. This drop is incredibly effective from Cure, though. I like what we're seeing from Cure. His 2022 was really good, and his 2023 is starting to be very excellent as well. No complaints here. He's getting ghosts. This Overseer is trying to find a spot to plop down a Nidus. Can't find it. Gets sniped. Gets missile turreted to death. Roach tries to walk across the map, but man, 19 drones died during that huge run. That's 27 workers killed so far by the Terran player. Income is hugely favoring Cure at the moment, mostly because 2 of the bases had to be evac'd, but it should be going back down, yeah, into Zerg, closer to Zerg territory as the game continues on here. Yeah, making 2 more command centers because we're at 11 minutes into the game. It is time to throw up 1 million bases, so you can replace them if you need to, and also you can just make them into orbitals, have a bajillion, killion, million mules getting called down onto your bases. It's pretty awesome. Oh, we're gonna get some nukes. We're gonna get some nukes. We're gonna get some nukes. It's time to hear launch detected. We're gonna get some nukes. But I think Solar's looking good. He's got his Banelings now. Centrifugal Hook's on the way at 12:22, which seems late, but he's getting there. Top right base from Solar coming in. Babylon does not have any gold bases. No gold bases, no Zalaga Watchtowers. Kind of a weird map that way, but it's pretty. It's got green and some reds and oranges down here too. I like it. I like Babylon a lot. So yeah, hit the like button if you're enjoying the game so far. This has been a great ZVT between 2 players. I have no idea who's going to win this thing. They're both maxed out. Solar's got a better mineral bank and a better gas bank too, but nukes can be awesome. Ghosts can be awesome in the hands of players like Maru. The best players on Earth. Cure right now for Terran. Innovation's back, by the way. Did you know Inno is back? He actually competed in the latest Africa World Invitational that I cast live with Laughing Games last Friday. The VOD, I think, should be up on Laughing Games channel now. So remind me, and I'll put a link to that in the description. If you want to see me cast live StarCraft 2 from incredible elite players like Innovation and like Dark and like Rogue, go watch the VODs on Laughing Games channel, or, ooh, that's a lot of dead links for no reason, or watch us live at africatv.com/laughinggames. Top right base dies. Brutal behavior there. Lurkers kind of just doing whatever they want, except siege tanks are absolutely ruining them. Bonus versus armored. Blah. I don't know if you're getting any value here, boys, but nope. Coming in, Ling, Bane, Hydra, jumping on top of these tanks, trying to jumping on top of these ghosts, trying to get those guys too. Not working out super well. +2 vehicle weapons on the way. Yeah, this is the traditional single lurker shutting down all the mining at 1 base play that Zerg players like to do in ZVT. Just kind of getting it up behind the mineral line a little bit. Maybe get a refinery. Why not? That's pretty cool stuff. Cure's expanding at the 12 o'clock position for his, by golly, 1, 2, 3. This is 6th base. Cure's macro is really good today. I mean, Solar's working on his 7th. Well, if you count this as the 6th, but it died, so I don't know if we can anymore. Anyway, yeah, Lurkers, no. Snipe and running away. Okay, that is a change in the current patch. The snipe ability can get broken now. So if a snipe line shows up on your units, Zerg players, run. Used to be running didn't really buy any time because the snipe would go even if you were 8 miles away, it felt like, but now you could break it. So Ghosts a little bit nerfed for sure. They got rid of enhanced shockwave upgrade for the EMP for Ghosts, but gave them a better basic EMP. So, I don't know. The trade-offs there, right? We do have Adrenal. Solar has that. More nukes coming in. Building armor on the way. High Psych auto tracking. Huge attack coming into the left side. A lot of Banes. A lot of Lings. Banelings exploding on tanks is not what you want. Blinding Cloud on the tanks. Ruining them too. This left side is in a lot of trouble. But Terrans have the ability to withstand massive attacks like this and then counterattack brutally. Especially because Cure has 19 Ghosts. Snipes 2 Overseers easily. This Nidus Worm is not coming up. Lurkers harassing the Planetary over on the right side. That is, ooh, is that a dead Planetary? Is there any angle you can repair this without taking hits? Yes, these SCVs are not taking hits from the Lurkers and getting the repair off. That's excellent stuff. That's what we like to see. Snipe on the Lurkers. Beautiful snipes on the Lurkers. Yeah, Overseers were late to the party. Every Lurker dies, and if those are gone, it's time to go home, says Solar. Don't like it. Don't like what we see there at all. +3 vehicle weapons coming in. Cure hanging onto his left side base, hanging onto his... Oh, they got the Planetary. What? Wait, what? Oh, that like Vital Corrosive Bile and those Adrenalings with +2 attack. Oh, so focused on the fact this attack got shoved away, I didn't realize the Planetary died. That's huge for Solar. That's a big deal. Now look, Cure has the bigger bank than Solar does. I mean, this is going back and forth here. Solar's income is more impressive. He's got the top right base done now. This 12 o'clock base of Cure's needs to be replanted. I'm not sure what he's up to at the moment. Like, send this orbital over there. At least maybe try to rebuild on site. I guess we're just rebuilding on site. Fair enough. A sensor tower coming up from Cure. He's been using those more than we usually see in ZVT. But it can definitely help against things like Nidus if that's what your opponent is up to. Siege Tanks, man. +2 attack, +3 is almost done. Absolutely sick. Solar's in the stage of the game where he's going to start swarming. Nidus. Nidus. But does get spotted and does get shut down. Changeling's trying to wander on in, see what's going on. They should die about now. Oh, Cure. Is he not paying attention? He's like, I don't have any Marines. It's entirely a Ghost army. He does have some Marines, actually. Oh, the Blinding Cloud is impeccable. Just covering every one of that front line of tanks there. Ghosts hold the line. Couple tanks die. Couple SCVs die. 14 of them went down. The orbital stays alive. Bottom left base getting taken by Solar here, too. I don't know. I think Solar's income right now is intense and insanely good. This base dying for Cure would be horrible stuff. He's not recognizing there's a Nidus. Cure! Maybe he's too focused on the Lurker on the top side there. Oh, boy. Well, the Lurkers are in. This is exactly what I didn't want to happen for Cure here. Attack's getting shoved away down, further south. But, I mean, if these Lurkers are in here, taking down starports, the Ghost Army has to arrive and ruin them. Yeah, I say these Ghosts have been doing pretty well for themselves. Again, in the hands of Morrow, in the hands of Cure, in the hands of Inno, Ghosts are insanely good. Oh, I guess I didn't mention that. Innovation came back from military March 1st. So yeah, he competed in the Africa World. This Baneling attack is intense. This Planetary is muerte. Ah, so muerte. Okay, yeah, good try, guy. Nope, this might just be the end from Cure. It is +3 Banelings with the Surgical Hooks upgrade. 15 more being produced. This is why Cure made a bunch of command centers, is because he needed to be able to replace easily. This bottom left base of Solar's, though, getting wiped out. So total workers killed today, 60 SCVs and 38 drones. It started out in favor of the Terran, but it ended up going pretty poorly in the long run for him. I mean, he's killed a bunch of drones. He's killed a couple hatcheries today. It's fine. It's fine. This group of Marines is just like, left me behind there, Commander. Creep spread. Continuing here from Solar. Oh. Yeah, he told it to throw down 1,000,000 creep tumors, and she's like, I could do 1. I guess. Gonna Nidus on his own base, so we can get a Nidus worm up there, and if he needs to defend anything. Bottom left base coming in from Solar, getting replanted. And is he gonna... There's no blinding cloud with this army. So, I don't know. These are +3 siege tanks, yo. I mean, they're just gonna get some hits here. Firing on those banelings would be sick. Lifting the orbital. 21 more SCVs die. Lings get up into the top right. Shut down all the mining at that. I guess it's not. This is 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock, but look at this counterattack. Catching some banelings, catching some hydras as they run. Army value is 134 to 110 right now. Cures like Marine Marauders back in business. You thought I just had ghosts and tanks. Untrue. I like it. Concussive Shell's on the way for the first time. He's like, did I forget that? Maybe it is intended to go into ghosts and not much on the Marauder side of things. I don't know. This is a really good ZVT. Hot dang. I don't know. I think Cure's in trouble because he's lost 83 SCVs today, but he's got some extra mules available because he got a ton of orbitals. Oh my gosh. The one lurker harass. I just think Cure might just be getting picked apart here. Abducting Liberators, trying to get a surround on those ghosts because they don't do very well against fully upgraded Lings. Fighting with a planetary will help, but banelings crashing into you as ghosts is never good. These ghosts staying alive is kind of everything right now. He's leaving some ghosts behind. No! Okay. Bunch of ghosts survived the onslaught. These hydras fighting against Marauders do pretty well for themselves. There's only 8 ghosts remaining, though. Concussive Shell is done. We can see the slow effect on these hydras as they're running. Dude, this lurker is still... Okay, finally the lurker dies to Liberator attack. Are we at 100 SCVs dead yet? No, 87. 87. Old Samwise DDA spinning logo replacing the Onside Gaming logo because I rewound. I feel like that's a bug that should have been fixed a long time ago. Obviously not a priority. And no, it's not a huge deal. Really only majorly affects replay casters like me. So, there are a few of those out there, though, aren't there? So yeah, thanks for clicking on a Falcon Paladin video. I know there are a lot of choices. Including Hearthstone, who I shouldn't really plug my direct competition, but man, Hearthstone videos are fun. He's very creative. He's very funny. He knows way more about the game than I do because he's a professional player. Top right base dies. Yeah, if you're ever like, man, I wish Falcon cast more StarCraft. It's like, well, there's Hearthstone. Hearthstone's awesome. But he's always been good. Like, in the interviews, when he was playing competitively all the time, were always very funny. When they had him cast games, like be a co-caster in professional games, he was hilarious. So it makes sense to me that he is a guy who has a successful YouTube channel. All right, Lings. Oh, nice abduct. Lings, Banes. Yeah, blinding clouds again. Planetary says, we have enough Banelings? Maybe, but pull back. No, kill the ghosts. Wait, that's a GG. Whoa, Cure takes the win. It always takes me off guard when someone on the attack calls the GG. But what is he looking at here? I don't... This base is fine. This base is coming back up again. This base is mining. What the heck, Solar? He comes back in again. I don't know. That's your GG point right here. 2302. I guess the army value is 102 to 51. And Solar doesn't have any money to remax. I guess that's the big thing. He went across the map. Tried to kind of simultaneously kill these two newer sources of income for Cure, the newest sources. He couldn't. And he doesn't have any cash to remax immediately. So I guess that's it. But man, his income is fine. He's about on even income with the Terran, which isn't great, but it's not the worst. This bottom left base is mining. He's got 1, 2, 3. Kind of counting this one, and then this one's coming back up. I guess he's worried that He lost too much. He overextended here, and this counterattack was going to be brutal against him, which, in all fairness, it would. I really think if he'd played this out, it would have turned into all these lings die. He's got 72 minerals. He's making 24 more lings, but that's not really enough to stand against all this. And yeah, then the counterattack comes down, wipes this out, wipes, I guess, that out. Maybe he keeps... it's just, yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It's a little bit premature, but it's understandable, I would say. So GG there, man. Look at those resources lost, too, bottom right. 57,000 resources lost for solar and 37 lost for cure. That's incredibly cost-efficient Terran stuff, which you're going to want to do, for sure, if you're going to be a Zerg player, but that's, like, extreme levels. 4 hatcheries down. 700 lings died. 35 lurkers. I don't know if they paid for themselves. 15 ghosts died, 23 siege tanks, 3 orbitals, and 2 planetaries. Just a bloodbath on both sides of the map here today. That's always very fun. Always really, really fun. So, I mean, that's some good stuff. Some really great stuff here today. So, well done, Cure, defeating Solar, and that's going to be it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.